All right, so this is factoring quadratics. So, quadratics are stuff that is to the second power, you know, polynomial to the second power. And we're going to rewrite it so that, instead of it being thought of in terms of subtraction and addition, we're going to rewrite it so that it is in terms of multiplication. Okay, so we're going to find two things here that will multiply to give us this original. We probably did this in Algebra 1. We're going to do it some more. We're actually going to do a lot of it. It's a big deal in Algebra 2. So first off, because the leading coefficient here is a 1, we know that it has to be an x and an x here. Okay, because x times x is the only way to get x squared. All right. And, oh yeah, by the way, these are going to be whole numbers. Now, these last two numbers, they're just going to be regular numbers, and they have to multiply to give you 28. So we're going to find two numbers that multiply to give you 28. And the way this is going to work is they have to sum, or they have to add together. And I'm using the word add kind of loosely. Two numbers that multiply to 28, and they have to add to negative 11. Okay. The way that I think of it, and the way that I've taught it, is that because this is a plus sign right here, they do have to add up to give you 11. All right. So I'm going to switch over to this right here. This is in your notes. So if you look right here, 28 and 1, 2 and 14, and 4 and 7, these are the factors. You'd probably have to list them out if they weren't on this sheet. But these are the factors of 28. These are all the numbers that multiply to give you 28. Now we wanted two numbers that multiply to 28 and add to a negative 11. It's going to be 4 and 7 here. They multiply to 28 and they add to 11. So it's going to be a 4 and a 7. The order doesn't matter here. Now, because this is a plus sign, these two signs in the middle are going to be the same signs. Okay, that's what that tells us. That's what I mean by same signs. When this is a plus, these are going to be the same signs. And the middle sign here, that tells you what they have to be. So it has to be a minus and a minus. These are the same signs. They are both negative. Okay. Let's go through. Let's do this one. Again, it's got to be an x and an x. Oh yeah, by the way, if you wanted to check your answer, you could multiply this thing out and see if it equals this original. Distribute x times negative 7, negative 4 times x, negative 4 times negative 7. So for this one, we need two numbers that multiply to 16, and they have to add up to be 10. Okay. So multiplies to 16. Multiplies to 16. So I'm going to go to this row, and they have to add up to 10. It's got to be the 2 and the 8. So it's a 2 and an 8. Now, this tells us that they are the same signs, like they're either both minus and minus, or they're both plus and plus. This tells us that they are both pluses. Okay, so that sign right there tells you that they are the same signs. And then this tells you what sign they are. So automatically on this one, I can go ahead and put my x's here. X times x is x squared. I can already go ahead and put a minus and a minus. Okay, this told me that they were the same signs. This told me that they were both minuses. That's what I mean by same signs. So we need two numbers that multiply to 24, and they're going to add up to give you 10. Okay, so it is on our list here, but if you didn't have, let's say this number was bigger than what's on the list, you would actually have to write them out. 1 and 24. Those don't add up to 10. 2 and 12. Those do not add up to 10. They subtract to 10, but they don't add up to 10. 3 and 8. See, I'm just going in order. those add up to 11. And then 4 and 6, those will add up to 10. 4 and 6. And again, the order doesn't matter, okay? It could have been x minus 6, x minus 4. Okay, so two numbers that multiply to 80 and they add up to 21. All right. X and X. All right. If you look back over at our list here, 80 is not on there. It only goes up to 50. That's as big as it gets here. So you need to list them out. 1 and 80, 2 and 40. Remember, we're looking for ones that will add up to give you 21. Oh yeah, I can go ahead and put the minuses in. Same signs, and they're both negative. 3 doesn't go into 80. 4 and 20 will give you 80. 5 goes into 80. I believe it's 16. 80 divided by 5. Yep, 16. And that's the one. Okay? They add up to 21, and they multiply to give you 80. 5 and 16. Last one here. I'll put it down below it. Okay, x times x will give you x squared. Two numbers that multiply to 30, and they add up to 13. Same signs. This tells us that they're both plus. You could go over to the list if you wanted to, but this one's kind of easy. Two numbers that multiply to 30 are 3 and 10. Okay, that's it.